Welcome back, guys. So in this portion of the series, we're going to be working on bringing in some of the trim. So we'll do Trim1. So let's import that OBJ. Grab the high poly. Trim1 underscore high OBJ. Scroll out. Now let's get rid of that clipping. Now let's import a cube. Let's scale it up by 200. And let's move this cube to better match the primitive high poly. So now that I have this lined up a little bit, I'll hit tab, go to face selection, use our move tool, and I'll just match this up here, bring this up, and this is an odd shape, so just try to do your best to watch what I'm doing. I'm going to line the back up. The back is the most important part for this section because it's one part that won't move, and also the sides. The sides lined up, looking nice. Now let's go to the front. So we need to line the front up with the top corner here. We're going to switch to edge selection, grab the bottom edge, and we just want to bring this inwards. And actually, we want to go back to face mode and drag this edge so it matches the bottom. So we'll go underneath here, select this face, and we'll just drag this down. Now we can go back to edge mode and bring this a little bit closer. Now what I want to do is extrude this bottom face. So go back to face mode, select this bottom face, which is this part here. Let's Control Z so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to hit E on the keyboard to extrude, and I'm going to bring this down to here. Now I'm going to switch back to edge selection, grab this corner, bring it closer. Now I'll actually bring this face down a little bit more. Now I'm going to hit Control R to add an edge loop. I want the edge loop to be here to match it up with the bottom. Now we can go back to face selection, select this area here, hit E, so we can extrude, and we'll bring this down to match the bottom. Now we'll go back to edge selection. We'll just grab this front one here, drag this back. You can zoom in as close as you need to for this. And I'll switch back and forth between the edge selection and the face selection and make sure everything matches up. That looks good. And we're done with the low poly part of the retopo stage. So we can hit tab to go back into object mode. What I want to do is hide the high poly, and let's start doing the UV. So UV editing. Hit A on the keyboard to select all. Then we can hit U, do a smart UV project again, hit OK. Everything turned out perfectly, just the way we want it. Nice. Now we can go back to layout, and we can export this low poly. And we don't need to really worry about the name. So let's go to File, Export, OBJ. Let's go into the low poly folder. Ensure we have selection only checked, and we can change this name to Trim_, or Trim1 underscore low. Export. Now we can toggle off the low. Now let's toggle back on our high poly. Let's enter edit mode by hitting tab on the keyboard. Go to the modifier tab and let's bring in a remesh. Go to sharp. Change it from 4 to 10. Hit enter. Now we can exit out of edit mode and go back to object mode. Now we can apply this. And ensure it worked, hit tab. Everything looks like it checked out, so we'll hit tab once again. Now we can export this. Go to our high poly folder. Go to Trim1 underscore high OBJ. Ensure our check for the selection only. Now we can override this. And we're done inside of Blender. I'll catch you guys over in Substance Painter.